Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be doing pretty much a full face of first impressions from the stuff that I got from my Target haul. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up here and down below. So let's get into it. The first item we're going to talk about today is this lip scrub that I purchased from the brand Lique. And it's a little dirty, sorry. I have been using it over the past week or so, and I really do like it. At first I wasn't sure because there isn't like a sweet flavor or taste or scent to it. It's more of like a natural scent. But then I used it compared to my Bite Agave lip scrub, and I like this one so much more. This one I really enjoy because you can kind of rub it in and the sugar will dissolve. The sugar that's in it that scrubs your lips, it will dissolve, and then you have just like a really moisturizing lip balm that you can keep on. So I like to do this at night before bed and then wear it, and I've really been liking it. And the next product I have here is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. It's part of their Healthy Skin line. Isn't this packaging so pretty? It's like a really heavy plastic, so it feels more like glass. And I'm gonna use this before foundation because I'm gonna use a foundation that I already know, and I think that this is a little bit dark, like most concealers are for me. So I'm gonna put this underneath. I like that. Has a nice little flat kind of doe foot. I think it's a good color for me to wear on like a no makeup day maybe. But it is a little dark, but the kind of tone of it is kind of peachy. I like that. I mean, there's not a lot of coverage there. It looks nice, like it's not getting crepey or weird under there. I think I'm gonna try doing another little bit, and I'll cover my eyelids as well. And this time I'm gonna let it kind of sit there and see if that helps it get more coverage. I think these two are from that e.l.f. dewy primer, and maybe even this one, because the rest of these are pretty much scars. And what I'm noticing by leaving this sit there is it is kind of burning, which I do get sometimes with concealers, not concealers that I use regularly obviously, but concealers I've tried, so I don't know about that. It's kind of natural, not matte, not dewy, a little bit of a glisten, but more natural. I feel like I would wear that on like a no makeup day, right? And I'm gonna actually show you guys the foundation portion, even though it's not a new one from Target, but that's because I got this guy. This is the Juno & Co. sponge, and I got it at Target. Look at that, hold on. It is like, let's see, this is my e.l.f. It's a little bit smaller, and it is more dense. I don't know if you can tell by me squeezing this, but like this one is so easy to smush and squeeze, and this one has a little bit more meat to it. But it said to put it on your hand or a palette and then dab into it, and I'm so interested to see how this feels. Okay, it super soaks it up, so let's see. Wow, okay. I do feel like this is giving me a lot more coverage, and it said to do dab and wipe motions. So, or stippling and wiping motions. That's what I'm trying to do, which is pretty much what I do with this sponge anyway. Wow, wow, wow. See, now you can see how much coverage the foundation has compared to that concealer, and the color, like, so I'm gonna go all the way up in here. It is harder, so it's like taking more manpower for me to blend it in, but I like it. So I'm gonna keep blending this in and I will be right back. And this is the face. I think it did give me fuller coverage, but I used every bit of the 2.5 drops that I put on my hand, so I do feel like it soaked up quite a bit. And it's kind of hard to get in my eye area here. And I do think that if I used that with powder underneath my eyes, that it would give me way too much powder. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use my e.l.f. sponge. And I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder that I purchased at Target, but I did use in my full face of e.l.f. video. If you haven't seen that, I will link that as well. Now in my full face of e.l.f. video, when I used this powder, I definitely felt tightening, but I don't feel it now. But I felt it pretty bad in that video, and I think it was, again, that jelly primer. I really didn't like that. It was kind of a mess. Okay, I just went off camera and put on some bronzer. I used the Maybelline City Bronze in 100, and then I also put on some highlighter, and I used the Essence number 10 Be My Light per usual. And I did not buy this when I was at Target, but I did just buy it in my e.l.f. haul and did not get to use it, so I'm gonna use today the Primer Infused blush from e.l.f. in the color Always Punchy. I'm gonna take that just on my Flower Beauty blush brush that I love, tap into it. Okay, it's pretty powdery. I've got a lot of kickback here, so take it. Okay, I like that. It's cute. It's a little bit brighter than I normally go. It's really pretty. It's a matte, but over my highlight, it still has a nice glow. In person, it's a little bit more matte, but I think it looks good. Now for the eyes, I purchased these Maybelline Tattoo Studio liners. I got this one in Rich Amethyst, and then this one in Smooth Walnut. And I got this little Lottie London 9-piece eyeshadow palette in The Mauves. They look kind of more neutral in the camera to me, but in person they're pretty cool toned. So let's see, go with this. Ooh, they feel creamy, the mattes do. This is the lightest pink. Ooh, this like cool bronzy color. And then this nice mauve-y color. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That purple one in the middle is like a topper more so. Like on my finger, you can see it doesn't have much pigment. And when I swatch it, it's mostly like pink and purple kind of shimmers. Ooh, that one looks so cute. Ooh, this one. Ooh, she's deep. Like a charcoaly mauve. This pink. Ooh, she's like a princess pink with some glitter in it. And then this last kind of mid-tone mauve. Like this. Can you see? It's a pretty good variety for a little palette. Okay. And they do have names, but I don't care about names. Okay, I'm gonna swatch these eyeliners also so I can kind of think of, ooh, that's so creamy and so rich. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, okay. So here are the two colors. There, the brown and that purple. Okay, I think I have an idea of where I'm gonna go with this look. So first, I'm gonna just take the light pale pink color and just run that all over my lid. So it gave like a tiny bit of definition. I feel like this would be better for like a highlight on an all matte look situation, but it gives us something to start playing with. Next lightest shade, and then the next lightest shade, and keep working in the crease until we have a transition. This one is more pigmentation. Well, it's a darker color. They blend really nice. They're not crazy pigmented, but you know, for an everyday situation, like a no hassle situation, it's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna take, that was my NYX 16 brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit smaller of a blending brush, the blending crease brush from Sonia Kashuk. So here is my NYX one, and then that's the Sonia Kashuk one, and I'm gonna go into that other mauve in the corner that's a little bit deeper, not the charcoaly one yet, and build up the outer corner. Ooh, whoa. Okay, she's pigmented. Let's tap her a little bit, blend that out, get that into the bottom part of the crease. We're apparently going pretty smoky today. Wow, okay. These colors actually really remind me of the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 1. The same tones. And I did a eyeshadow look with that palette too. If you haven't seen my very first makeup video, I will link that in the cards as well. Okay, now my eye is watering, if you can see that. But that's nice, okay. Gave a lot of pigmentation, and I think it looks darker on my skin than it does here in the pan. So keep that in mind, I guess. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Hi. I wasn't sure what look that I wanted to do, so I played around and I created this look here. I didn't do the lower lash line or anything, but I'm going to show you how I did it on this eye. So first, after creating the halo section, I took this burgundy color, which really reminds me of the vibe of the Divine Rose palette. It's like very red and maroon color, but it's got like a purple kind of shifty reflect to it. So I look forward and just with my finger add this guy on, and look at how pigmented that is, just over the shadow and no base or anything underneath, which is my favorite. I hate doing like a cut crease. It takes so much effort. So I went around the middle, deposited most of it, and then spread it out with my finger. But I think I went a little bit more in. I'm looking forward. I kind of blend the edges with my finger. Okay, so we started there. And then I took the smaller blending brush again into the mid-tone mauve color and went into my inner corner again. And then in order to deepen up the outer corner, because I feel like this has gotten pretty deep but the outer corner hasn't, I finally took the charcoaly mauve, the deepest shade in the palette, on this Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush, and then pressed it into the outer corner. And when I'm doing like a deepening shade, I really like to like press where I want the majority of the shadow and then kind of go around the edges to blend. And I did get a little tiny bit of fallout here. I don't know if you can see that, but we'll worry about that later. So I'm gonna take the color we used on the inner part and kind of go around the edges just a little bit. And then the really big fluffy one, and I'm gonna go into the two lightest shades that we used and blend the entire edge here. Just trying to make sure the shape of the outer here is okay. And now this really fun part that makes it look wet, this color right here, it is gorgeous. It's very soft, very metallic, and it has some shimmer in it, but like it literally makes my eyelid look wet. So here it is on my finger. It's pretty much the same tone as the color we already put down, but this one just like has so much goodness to it. I don't know what's doing it. Look at it. Wow. And this one is falling on my face. It's pretty crumbly, and I'm gonna just look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Woo! Okay, I'm gonna take a little powder brush. This one is Wet n Wild P65. So I use this sometimes to like blot my right here and whatever, but I also use it too. So it's got like residual powder from the previous times I've used it. I'm gonna kind of use that to wipe away that fallout, like so. Very lightly, using like the tip of the brush to kind of pick it up, and then more heavily kind of go under the under eye and kind of clean up the edge. I do still have some glitter on my face, but as long as none of that darker shades on my face, I'm fine. Okay, so I'm going to take the two lightest shades and kind of blow them out under my eye, and then deepen it up a little bit with this shade, and then maybe a tiny bit of that shade, and see where we are. I'm going to first just take this Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number because it's from a set, and it looks like that. It's kind of fluffy, and I'm going to blow out those two lighter shades together. And I am going like all the way across to blow this out. And I'm going under my eye bag, like blowing it out. I'm gonna take this super big fluffy brush I used in the very beginning, pinch it a little bit, and just go under. And I'm not even like looking because I'm going under that eyeball. So that's really blown out. Same thing to the other eye. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk eyeliner brush. It's just a flat brush, and it's flat this way as well. And I'm going to go into the medium deep mauve shade, not the charcoal one. I'm going to get just on the edge of this, tap it off, press it into my mirror, under my lashes, and then I'm going to do the same thing in here. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I can't reach over here and look forward because my boobs get in the way. Do those look evenly deep? Okay, and now I'm gonna take the first shimmer shade. Let's see. What brushes do I have? Okay, I'm gonna take this. It Cosmetics brush. It is Must Have Concealer C7133 brush. It's just a big flat shader, but it's got a nice point to it that I think will be good to get in that section underneath my eyeball. And I'm taking that first burgundy maroon shade on the tip there, and I'm gonna press it into my mirror so I don't get a lot of fallout. Look forward. And I'm more so moving my head than my hand just because it's easier that way. Same thing to the other side. Now, before I go in with the glitter or anything, I am gonna go underneath one more time with this big one, kind of blend everything. And then I'm going to take the same It Cosmetics brush into that glittery shade, and I'm actually, because it did have some fallout and it is kind of flaky, I am gonna spray it just with this little mini Fix Plus that I have, and then right in the same place again. This side looks so much more metallic. Why? Why? I really wanted to use the purple eyeliner, and I know this is a lot more like pinky, mauve-y, reddy kind of situation, but I think I'm gonna put the purple in just to see what it looks like. So I'm gonna put this in my waterline. See, like with the color of my skin mixed into it, I think it goes. Because it's not a full pigment, it's kind of sheer on the waterline. Yeah, I think that goes. My eyes watering. I made sure to get like in between my eyelashes and stuff so there wasn't like a white spot in there. So I think that looks pretty good. I think I am gonna take the brown to do the outer corner area. Because I think it might be darker, yeah. Just gonna go in the very outer corner on the top and the bottom, just to deepen that up. And to finish off the eyeshadow portion, I am gonna take the, let's see, the like pale pink color that they have here. And it's pretty glittery also, so I'm going to spray that with Fix Plus as well. And then we're gonna go in this watery inner corner. See, that looks very wet too. See, it's more of a topper style color, but I think it works for the inner corner. Very reflective and wet looking. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of it dry. Obviously the brush is still wet, but and just pack it and meet the eyeshadow. Ooh. Okay, and that is the complete look. They're mowing out there. Sorry if you can hear that. I'm gonna try to run through this really quickly. So, Lique. This is a win. I'm gonna continue to use this. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's a smaller brand, so I love to support that, and I really enjoyed it. I love using it at night. I'm gonna continue to do so. The Neutrogena concealer. I'm gonna try this again on a day where I'm not wearing foundation so I can really see the concealer on its own. As of right now, it looks fine, but I do have that foundation pretty much all the way up. So I'm gonna try this again and I'll let you guys know later. The Juno & Co. sponge. I really liked this. I think if I am going to try to get the most coverage out of a foundation, that I would reach for this. I don't know if it would be my everyday, because I feel like the e.l.f. sponge really just gets my whole face so quickly. But I did like it. I didn't see any issues with it. I'm excited to keep using that. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is my second time using it and I can't decide if I like it or not. It's fine for now. This one I'm on the fence about. I'm gonna keep trying and I will let you guys know. The e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Punchy. I'm actually so surprised at how much I like this and how much it went with this look. I usually like a mauve toned blush or like a neutral situation or like a bronzed look, but this is pretty peachy pink. So I'm surprised, but I really like this. I'm gonna continue to use it. The big win out of this entire video is this Lottie London palette. Can you believe that I got this look from this palette. It looks so much more muted and subdued, which you could totally do an everyday look with this. I'm really excited to keep using this. The Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliners, they didn't stay in the waterline all day, but what I really like about eyeliner is that it kind of fills in that lower lash line to make it look like you're wearing mascara without putting mascara on. That's more so what I use it for. I am excited to have a brown now so I can get rid of that extremely old brown that I have. And I'm excited to have this purple and maybe use it on my eyelid as a liner and see what kind of looks I can come up with that. And the lip gloss. I am very happy with this lip gloss. It doesn't have any glitter. It doesn't have like a great taste, but it doesn't have a bad taste or a bad smell. It reminds me of like tanning oil or something, like summer. I really think it's like supposed to be pina colada. This color is 002. I don't think I told you that before. There's no glitter in it. It's just like a nice clear, it has like kind of a pinky sheen. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really comfortable. It's not gloopy. It didn't give me any kind of like ring around my lips, which is a big plus. And that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!